The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is the Eagles Sports Network. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, alongside Carson-Newman Men's Basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, at long last, preseason poll time. The season draws closer, and the coaches of the South Atlantic Conference, 5 of them think Carson-Newman is going to finish first, but you end up second in the preseason South Atlantic Conference coaches poll. What's that say to you about the state of this program heading into the 21-22 campaign, coming off of a NCAA tournament berth and a SAC tournament title?
Well, it says something about the past. That's what it says. Something about the past. It says nothing about the future. And I think we sat here last year at the same time, and we're preseason 9th in this conference, which had to do with the past. So we don't make a big deal. In fact, we make no deal about that. Had we been 13 teams, 12 teams?
I've lost count at this point.
If we were at the first spot or the last spot, it wouldn't impact anything that we do or say on a day in, day out basis. And we know that all that matters is what we accomplish, week by week, in the here and now.
You had a couple guys make the preseason All-SAC second team, and Ren Dyer, E.J. Bush, and kind of interesting to see how that breaks out after Trip Davis and Luke Brennigan earned postseason honors last year. E.J., the SAC tournament MVP, Ren, who had a great tournament as well. After those postseason teams had come out, I'd say there's probably a very narrow margin among those 4 players. But what can you say about that quartet as they return for their senior and junior seasons?
Great team members. We sort of talk a lot about the team and the sacrifices of team, and how that individual accomplishments go along with team successes. So we've talked a lot about just remaining focused on each other, and focused on the moment, and focused on the journey that we're taking together. And I've got a feeling that any awards, accolades that were won or are earned in preseason, though nice, really, I think these guys are so much more about just sort of the team, and let's see what we can accomplish, as opposed to any kind of individual recognition or glory.
Probably unlike any off-season that you've had, because quite literally everybody is back. And you add in a John Zhao, you add in a Nahimi Kabaya. What's that process been like with so much veteran status returning?
I've absolutely loved it. I've loved it because we've got everybody back, and the quality of the people that are back is what makes it that much more enjoyable, because we really have good guys here. They're about the right stuff, and then we added 2 new guys who are just immediately absorbed into what we're doing, and are learning on the fly what we're doing, and I can tell just from watching their interaction and from talking with them that they're happy. So it's up to this point, it's been really enjoyable. The preseason has been enjoyable, and it's been challenging. We've tried to make this a challenging kind of new process, new season, new journey, but just the familiarity and the care, the love that we share on this team is at an all-time high, and I think that makes it that much more fulfilling.
Let's look at the league. Queens won, then Tusculum, LMU, Newberry sitting behind you in the preseason poll. It feels like there's a fair amount of talent, depth, capability returning among the teams tabbed in the upper 40%, 50% of the preseason poll. What sticks out to you about the conference this year?
Well, I think there are so many unknowns from top to bottom But what I do know is that Queens and LMU, they're both preseason top 25 teams, as they should be. They're two of the top. They've got to be in the top 5 to 10 jobs in the country. And so how they're not squarely 1 and 2 in our league, if you really want to talk about it, how they're not squarely 1 and 2 in our league in preseason, I don't know. But they're positioned to do what they typically do. I think Tusculum and Newberry have got a ton coming back. You've got exceptional coaching. You've got exceptional scheme. And what I think Newberry has 2 first-team preseason guys, and those guys are both elite. Tusculum returns the Conference Player of the Year and one of the best defensive big men in the league. So, the 5 you mentioned, and then when they were in there, I guess, I just think this is going to be a really competitive sort of interesting because, again, this last year was such an unusual kind of situation, and hopefully this year is more of a normal kind of situation with the COVID deal. But getting back to normal, I just wonder how that's going to impact the day in, day out, because last year it was like every day you felt like that could be your last day. This could be the last practice, be the last game. So you just you approach things differently maybe. So this normalcy, it's going to be interesting to see how that sort of impacts performance and income.
All right, Chuck, pleasure as always. Good luck this year.
Thanks, Cap.
It's Carson-Newman Headman's basketball coach Chuck Benson. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, and this is the Eagle Sports Network.
Awesome.